I didn't ask him for forgiveness so that he can forgive me. I asked him for forgiveness so I can forgive myself. And I used him to see that I was innocent, that I was coming from a place, I was doing the best that I can with where I was at, and that's all I could do. And so like that's the point too. It's like we have these high expectations of ourselves. We think that we should be better than we are. And then when we don't hold up these false high expectations, we judge ourselves, we punish ourselves, and we abuse ourselves. And so in these moments when we believe these ideas, when we believe these thoughts, when we're judging ourselves, when we're punishing others and blaming others, we're literally punishing and blaming ourselves. Yo, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about 2023, the year of forgiveness. Because what a better way to start off the new year than with a clean slate, feeling fresh and new, ready to shine, ready to create the life that you love. And we do that by forgiving ourselves for all the self-judgment that we had last year, by forgiving ourselves for all the areas that we guilted ourselves, blamed ourselves, punished ourselves, and we're abusing ourselves. We do that by allowing the pressure to fall off and really allowing ourselves to shine. Taking the pressure off, and when we take the pressure off, we really just allow our light to come through and we be ourselves. And so we do that through forgiveness, and it's so powerful because it's been so liberating for me lately to ask myself for forgiveness and also ask others for forgiveness, and really expressing myself in that way, expressing where I was coming from fear, expressing where I was coming from insecurity, expressing where I was coming from this unconsciousness. And as we express something, we put it in the light, and when we put it in the light, we see that it's not you, it's not me. I'm innocent, but I also can ask and reconcile from my unconsciousness and really feel better about my behavior and come back to love for myself, not spiral in this place of self-hate, not spiral in this place of self-judgment, but really allow myself to remember the innocence that I am and remember the love that I am. And so we're about to talk about that, but you see that this is a different setup today. So this is not going to be like a shine sermon. This is going to be more of a conversation, and I'm calling these conversations a shine diary because I'm just going to be sharing, like, my point of view on my life, actually. And I'll be sharing some common themes in my life, and maybe you can relate to them, or maybe not, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. And so, yeah, let's talk about forgiveness, and we'll talk about self-forgiveness. And I want to share a story with you, really just to kind of paint a picture of how powerful forgiveness is and how liberating it is for you, and how we can use others as a catalyst for our forgiveness, and how we can see our innocence through forgiving ourselves and another. And so I actually had an experience with my neighbor where I helped him do something, and he invited me out to dinner. And so we went out to dinner. This was my first time going to dinner with him, and I noticed when we were at dinner that I wasn't really showing up fully. I was kind of standoffish. I was feeling insecure, and I was kind of had these walls up, and it didn't feel good in the moment, and I couldn't do anything about it because I was just in this place of insecurity. I was believing my thinking. I was judging him, thinking that he was better than me, thinking that he wouldn't accept me. This didn't feel good to me, actually. And so I knew it, but I couldn't do anything about it. So I just rode the wave of feeling insecure, and eventually dinner was over and things like that. It wasn't horrible, but just I noticed this was coming up. And so after we had dinner, a few weeks later, I started to think about it. I was like, wow, I would love to do that dinner over again, because I wasn't really showing up as myself. I wasn't being open. I really wasn't coming from love. I was mostly coming from insecurity and looking for validation and things like that. And so after that, I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I want to do this over. I didn't have the opportunity to go out to dinner with him again because he actually went to the hospital and he had a severe health issue, and he almost died, actually. And so it was kind of a crazy experience. And I thought to myself, I was like, wow, how unfortunate would it be if that was my last impression upon him? Like, his last time experiencing me was coming from a place of insecurity, being standoffish, kind of, not really being open and fully being myself. And the thing is, like, he probably didn't notice this, but I knew that I was coming from that place. I knew that I was feeling insecure. I knew that I wasn't being open and loving towards him. And so it was really one of these things where I was like, wow, I have to ask for forgiveness. I have to basically share with this guy where I was coming from and how I felt, because I would hate for that to be my last impression upon him. Luckily, he didn't die, so I had the opportunity to ask him for forgiveness. And so when he got out the hospital, I sent him 3 voice messages, and I told him, I was like, hey man, I just want to be honest with you that, I want to apologize because I wasn't being honest with you. I wasn't showing up fully. I wasn't really being myself. And I just want to apologize to you. And it felt so liberating. It felt liberating because I was taking accountability for my experience. I was being responsible for how I was behaving and how I was reacting to life. No one had to twist my arm and say, Dave, you should apologize to him. He didn't even care. I didn't ask him for forgiveness so that he can forgive me. I asked him for forgiveness so I can forgive myself. And I used him to see that I was innocent, that I was coming from a place, I was doing the best that I can with where I was at. And that's all I could do. And so like that's the point too. It's like we have these high expectations of ourselves. We think that we should be better than we are. And then when we don't hold up these false high expectations, we judge ourselves, we punish ourselves, and we abuse ourselves. And so in these moments when we believe these ideas, when we believe these thoughts, when we're judging ourselves, when we're punishing others and blaming others, we're literally punishing and blaming ourselves. And we don't know it. We're coming from this place of unconsciousness, and that's okay. But when you notice it, can you ask yourself for forgiveness? Can you not spiral in self-hate? Can you not spiral in self-abuse and ask yourself for forgiveness? Because when you ask yourself for forgiveness and when you ask another for forgiveness, you come back to love. It cleans the slate. You start to see clearly. You clean up your perception about the whole experience. And that's the power of self-forgiveness and asking others for forgiveness. We start over with a clean slate. We see that we were behaving in a way that was probably not the most beneficial. And maybe we hurt someone's feelings. Maybe we were reacting to life. Maybe we were being insecure or coming from insecurity. And that's okay, because you can forgive yourself for that. And it's so powerful because it allows us to express ourselves really. We literally have the ability to express how we felt, where we thought we made a mistake, where we thought we did something wrong, where we hurt someone else's feelings. And we get out of our mind and shine, because really what hurts is when we're in our head and just ruminating on what we did in the past and stuff like that. And when you forgive yourself, you allow yourself to let go of the past. You come back into this now moment. You find the love in this now moment. You find the beauty in you being able to express and you being able to reconcile your experience through another person. It's powerful. And that's what we can do in this new year. You can do this. You can make this a practice for you this new year. As you walk through this new year, because there's going to be a lot of people, you're going to have a lot of experiences, you're going to be with your family, you're going to be with your friends, and people are going to do things, people are going to behave certain type of ways, people are going to be coming from unconsciousness, and it's an opportunity for you to use these people as a catalyst to forgive yourself and another. It's an opportunity for you to find love. It's an opportunity for you to see your own innocence and see the innocence of other people, because what's happening is like we are misunderstanding ourselves. We're mistakenly thinking that we are less than love and that we are less than God, and we're beating ourselves up for it. But that doesn't work. Forgive yourself for believing that you're less than love and less than God. Forgive yourself for believing that you're unworthy. Forgive yourself for believing that you are broken or that you have made a mistake, because you're doing the best that you can. And that's how we clear it up. That's how we come back to love, through forgiveness. And so, yeah, it's about to be a new year. You can do New Year's resolutions. You can make New Year goals. You can write down the things that you want to accomplish, or you can clean up your perception about yourself. You can clean up how you see yourself. You can stop judging yourself. You can stop beating yourself up. And then you walk into this new year feeling lighter, shining brighter, feeling more love, and ready to be who you are. Ready to shine, ready to express yourself fully and be fully aligned with the love that you are. And that's what we're going to do. 2023, the year of forgiveness. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for tuning into the Shine Diaries. And I'll see you on the next video. Much love. Happy New Year's. And I'll see you around. Peace.